Hey YouTube, what's going on? Still the same day, same shirt, different video. So yeah, just wanted to show a few things I've picked up recently as far as my new books. A couple hauls I did, some back issues, nothing crazy. Some run fillers, some dollar books from a few different stores. A couple different um, an antique store, a local hobby store, and we went to Ohio for Easter. And when I go to Ohio, I'm always stopping at Pack Comics. So yeah, so let's get to the books I got at the antique store. There used to be an antique mall in Ashtabula, Ohio, which recently closed, or it's been closed for I don't know how long it's been closed, but it's closed. So I took my head Good Friday off, so we went down early, figured we'll do some shopping, and found out that place is closed. Got on the old Google machine, found out this place not too far. It's called Fat Sally's. And the name got me alone. It was a really nice place, super clean, really nice stuff, and they had comics. They had some toys, but nothing crazy. My wife got some doilies or whatever, some decorative towels or whatever. A couple of things we picked up, but yeah, I saw this bag and it said um, 18 comics for $15, and they're the amalgam issues. And I had some of these, and I'm like, let me open it up, see what's inside of it, and if there's a couple bucks in there, I'm gonna buy it. So I flipped through, and I was flipping through, and I was like, yep, there's one, and I was like, yep, there's the other one. So I said, you know what? For less than $1 a piece, I'm gonna buy them. So I do not plan on keeping these. I do plan on selling these off along with some other books that I've just decided that I'm not going to keep my collection anymore, or some runs that you know what it's not interesting me anymore, or some doubles that I have. So yeah, so I need to try to use my hobby to fund my hobby. And then there's another hobby that I just recently got back into with my son, and that's collecting sports cards, primarily um, hockey cards. I have recently bought some baseball cards for one specific reason. There is a guy who graduated a year before me. His son played down in Louisville, and he was drafted 29th overall in last year's draft by the Arizona Diamondbacks. And in this draft, Bowman draft set 2025, he has he has a baseball card. So I'm like, I'll buy call boxes, and I have not pulled it. But I was watching a video because I don't know a lot of players, so I watched some videos on YouTube, trying to get an idea of what cards are good. Out of the two boxes I bought, I have some decent ones. No one of ones, however. Speaking of one of ones, the video I watched, the guy in the video said must be another guy on the channel or a friend of his had pulled this player's. His name is Patrick Forbes. He pulled his one of one super refractor. So I mentioned to the guy in the video, I said I went to school with his dad, blah blah blah. I'm really good friends with his uncle. It's in the whole 9 yards, and they replied back saying, well, we're trying to get a hold of the player, and I have no idea what their intentions of the card are, but I passed that video link on to Patrick's father via Facebook and said, hey, they pulled this card, they're trying to get a hold of him. We'll see what happens. And a lot of times people try to get you know tickets or whatever out of certain players if they pull their one-on-ones. But with Patrick, I'm not sure what they're going to get from him. But his dad kind of talking about the whole process of the people coming over and putting all the cards out and signing everything, which is pretty neat. Um, so yeah, so that's it. So let's enough babbling about that other crap. Let's get to the comic books. So yeah, so I said I got Amalgam, issue number 1 of the X Patrol. So yeah, some of these are Doom Patrol and X Men. So yeah, well, I remember some of these. I have the cross of the actual book, the X Men or Marvel DC. I do have that, and when these came out, I didn't buy any of these when they first came out. So yeah, so there's some that I wanted, some I didn't want, some I could care less. But I thought about collecting these, and some I'll keep, and I said some I'll get rid of. The Magnetic Men featuring Magneto. So it's a Metal Man and Magneto. Doctor Strange Fate. Really? Couldn't come anything better than that. So yeah. And I don't know who much of the artists or writers. I haven't looked into all that much. But yeah, this is the Assassins. Maybe Elektra and somebody else. I'm not really sure. I don't remember who all the crossovers are. Mark Waid, Dave Gibbons, Super Soldier. Obviously, I have this one, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Speed Demon. This is a cool one. I like this one. I'll probably end up keeping this one. Number 1, Ghost Rider and Demon. There, I like that. Magneto and the Magnetic Men. Ugh, say that again real fast. Number 1. Don't know why there's 2 of that one, but sure. Bullets and Bracelets. So that's Punisher and Wonder Woman. That's pretty cool. Spider Boy. Again, really, you couldn't come up with a better name than that, but whatever. They just was Robin and Spider Man. Bat Thing. The shocker you never expected to see. No, you're right. And this is Hama. Something that's Larry Hama on there. That's pretty cool. This one I do like. Bruce Wayne and the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Number 1. I like that cover. Amazon. Assuming this is Storm and Wonder Woman. John Byrne, Terry Austin, as it says right there. Iron Lantern. Really, I know they got to keep it pretty simple, but really, Iron Lantern, huh? Sure. This one I didn't know this was even a thing. Generation Hex, the most wanted mutants. I'm gonna actually give this one a read. Pretty cool. This one I do have. Challengers of the Fantastic. I do like this one, but I already have it, so I'm getting rid of that one. Thorion of the New Asgods. Number 1. Pretty cool. I said this is one of the 2 that made me kind of buy the bundle, and this is Lobo the Duck. Yeah, so that's good. And Legends of the Dark Claw. I was hoping they'd have Dark Claw Adventures, but they didn't. I think that's the most I'm gonna call it expensive, but the more higher priced of all the amalgam ones. But yeah, so those 2, I figured, why not? If anybody's interested in those, please let me know. I'll get you a really good deal on them. It won't be what I paid for them, but we'll make something happen. I'm open for trades too. So yeah, so that's Fat Sally's. So then, I think it was the same day, maybe Saturday afternoon. Went over to Pack Rat Comics. Went through the dollar bins. Last time I was there was a bunch of people in there, so there's some boxes I didn't go through. I think they upgrade ever so often the dollar books, but I just went through the one row of books that I didn't go through last time. I went to like 4 or 5 boxes. I wasn't finding anything. I said, you know what? If I'm not finding anything in the next couple boxes, I'm not buying anything. I'll save my money. But then I found some stuff. A couple books I did not have, which I'm surprised I did not have, are, put those over there, the Rann Thanagar Holy War. I don't have all these issues. So I found number 6 and the last issue, number 8. I still think I need a couple more of that. Captain Atom, the New 52. I believe this is a second print, number 1. Yeah, anything Captain Atom, I'm picking up. For which price, I didn't have this issue because I think I pulled this, and I don't know why I miss it. But again, that's my shop for you. The only one I can have a pull list and still miss issues of Marvel 2-in-1 Thing in Human Torch, number 8. Don't know how I missed it, but it wasn't marked off on my CLZ, so I picked it up. These ones I pick up, they're a Kirby creation. This is Jim Lee and Jack Kirby. This is Phantom Force issue 0. From my understanding is sometimes Jack Kirby has been known to sign some of these issues on the inside cover. So if you see them, it's worth looking inside. Unfortunately, none of mine had signatures, but you know what? I picked them anyways because they're nice covers. This one had a trading card with it. It's got 2 trading cards actually. One back there. Phantom Force number 1. I can't have how many issues with it. There's not that many of this. I do have a couple other ones. This is a really big, thick one. Issue number 2. So unfortunately, no Jack Kirby signatures in those. Trying to fulfill my quest of everything in the new universe, which I'm coming down really close. This is number 6, Spitfire and the Troubleshooters. And number 11. That finishes that run for me. So now I think I only need maybe 3 issues to finish all the new universe. I know one's an upgrade, but technically I still have it. But it was really waterlogged and a lot of crinkly. So I'm going to upgrade that. Again, like I talked about in my previous video, getting into other publishers. Eclipse Comic is one of them. And this is the one I found, years back, really cheap. And thought it was interesting. The character's pretty. I've only read the first issue. It wasn't too bad. This is number 13 of Saber. Yeah, pretty neat. And then for $1, I'm not leaving it behind. I don't collect this title, but for $1, I'm not leaving behind Iron Man number 183. And then the only one I did not buy the one I bought that was not $1 was Captain Marvel number 32. Again, I had a pull list, and why I didn't have this issue, I don't know. But recently I was looking through my issues, and I didn't have it. So now I do. Finishes off that run for me. So yeah, last year was finishing up a lot of runs. This year I'm doing the same thing, and then moving on to bigger and better things. Just real quick, I want to show you some newer stuff that I picked up. And I know for years I've been saying I'm not buying any more new stuff. But I say it every year. Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, issue 1. There's a crossover with Captain America in it, so I'm really interested to see how this goes. And then they have this Armageddon Assemble in 3 months. This is Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, issue 2. I've not read these yet, but that's on the list for this evening. I'm really excited about this one. Happy to see him back, having his own title. I've heard good things about this. Fear of the Firestorm, issue number 1. One of my favorite characters in DC. Ever since Superpowers cartoon. Love it. Love the Superpowers cartoon. Great. Super Friends right up there. Superpowers and Justice League Unlimited. But I think Superpowers would love Superpowers. Now I have the toys. Even better. So, there is a hobby store probably about 25 minutes away. Been there years ago. I didn't think they were open. But me and my wife were out there for lunch one time. Like, hey, store's still open. I know they have sports cards. They have tons of toy trains. Some vintage toys. They actually had a G.I. Joe headquarters. They had the Star Wars Droid Factory. They had some newer, like 90s Star Wars stuff. They have some Lego. They have like I said, sports cards, hockey stuff. My son bought some hockey cards and some Pokemon packs. And actually in the corner now, they actually upgraded their comic book section. Before they had like 6 short boxes stuffed in the corner that you had to take through. But now they had dollar books. They were $1 piece, or like 14 for 10 or something, 15 for 10. I don't know what it was. Like 15 for 10. They had $3 books, or 4 for 5. I can't remember what it was. Different bundles you can do. They had some wall books. They had some priced as marked books, which I didn't really look through all those as much as I wanted to. Prices seemed a little bit higher than what I've seen. Not outrageous, but a lot of newer stuff that was really priced $5, $6, $7 a piece are relatively new. When I say new, I mean not Bronze Age or not 80s. I'd say like 90s to 2000s. But and even some of the 90s books I saw were were more expensive than what normal is. But they had a decent selection of dollar books. But I'm just trying to focus on stuff that I'm collecting, not picking up anything just because I want to or just because it's there. I'll leave it to somebody else. Dark Stars. Don't even know why I started picking this series up. Never read it, but I know there's a few Hawkman appearances on it. So I think I got most of those issues, but now I'm starting to pick them up when I can. This is issue number 7. I don't know if Hawkman's in this, but I picked it up anyways. Extreme Justice, number 13. Blue Beetle, Bullshit Gold, Captain Atom. Gonna pick it up all the time. I think Firestorm makes an appearance in some of this. But yeah, so characters I like. So yeah, I'm picking that up. Impulse. I don't collect the Impulse, you say. Issue number 11, but I got really cheap these issues of this Dead Heat. This is 5 of 6. A crossover with the Flash. I have all the Flash issues. I found real cheap for like 50 cents or whatever they were. So this last one needs just to finish that little story arc. Maybe I'll read it. I don't know, but I collected it. Young All Stars. Another series that I've read the first couple. So something that's I really think I'm gonna like. My CLZ app let me down. Number 6. I ended up picking up books that I already had. I don't know how to read that damn thing. Number 11. This must be user error. But yeah, it's a couple of these I already had. I think this one I already had, number 12. And I think it's the last issue, number 31. I already had this. These are basically the bonus books I got for free. The Way of the Warrior, Guy Gardner, which I don't collect, but there are Hawkman appearances in this one. So yeah, I gotta have it. Number 32. Number 33, which I think I did have this one, but I'm going to pick another one up anyways. Captain Atom again. Hawkman down here. The Flash. Martian Manhunter. Everything that's good except for Guy Gardner part of it. But I've not read these. They might be good. Who knows? And this is number 34. This is I think it's a 3-part series. 3-part story arc. But of course it's got Hawkman. We got Lobo. One of these. So yeah. Why not? Dollar piece. Challenge of the Unknown. Another story I'm trying to pick up, or characters, or what do you want to call it? Title. What do you want to call them? I'm trying to pick up anything and everything I can think of. Challenge of the Unknown. And this is from the 90s run. Issue number 4. And issue number 5. Completes that little run for me. I do plan on getting some of the stuff. I do have a couple of the showcases, the first 2 volumes of that. So I got the older stuff I can read. If I find them cheap enough, say like $3 and under, and in decent shape, I will pick them up when I see them for that cheap, which I don't. But yeah, anything and everything the Authority I enjoy. Yeah, I'm Dead. So what? Jenny Sparks, number 1 of 5, finishes that run off for me. I don't know why I never picked up number 1 all those years ago, but I got it now. Last but not least, this was actually on my want list. Sales app. I don't collect this series, but I collect the characters, which is Challenge of the Unknown and All New Adventures of Super Team Family Giant, issue number 9. $1. You are jealous. Yeah, so that's a long video for me. 20 minutes. Holy cow. Yeah, I can talk. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't seen you guys in so long. I still watch tons of videos. I don't comment as much as I used to. Just everything's going on. Baseball season now. My son's senior, last year varsity. He's got a hurt knee right now, so he's kind of like on IR, which basically means we're resting him for hockey. In first week in May, we're doing a campus tour for the college that he's going to, and they also have their hockey camp. So on the May 2nd, so we're trying to rest his knee up for that. He's already been in contact with the coaches. I think I might have mentioned this before or not. I'm not sure, but he's been in contact with the coaches before, and at a game previous, early in the beginning of the year, he met with the assistant coach, had a nice conversation. So all things pointing to hopefully he makes a team. It'd be really nice for him, because if he doesn't make a team, I bet you he ain't gonna want to go to school. So that's my fear. He took his road test today, so hopefully he passed. He can actually drive himself to work now and leave me alone. And he can go be my designated driver when I need him to. But I don't drink as much as I used to. But now I don't have to worry about it because I have a driver. But yeah, that's catching up on my books on life. The dog's laying over there somewhere. Angel, you still here? Yeah, she's over there somewhere, laying in the bed. But yeah, 21 minutes going on. I missed you guys. And I'm going to shut up now. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next one. Thanks. Bye.